Hello, welcome to Awakening Soul where the love begins. This is your host, Hugh Yang. This ain't just a podcast. It's a space to remember who you are, to feel what you buried, and to wake up the soul. So take a deep breath and let's begin. So what is awakening? Most of us live on autopilot. Same days, same emotions, same cycles. But your soul wasn't built to coast. It was built to carry the light. Not in punishment, but on fire with the truth. Awakening is when the fog lifts. When you stop living for survival and start living with meaning. It's when you stop asking, what do they think of me? And start asking, God, what do you know of me? In the scriptures, Paul says, wake up, sleepers, rise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 14. Paul said this to the church of Ephesus, a group who thought they had it all figured out. But he was calling out the sleepers, the ones who knew God with their head but not their heart. Autopilot it ain't safe. It numbs you. It desensitizes you. And before you know it, you're a walking shell. Scrolling, working, talking, but not living. And here's the real danger. You'll confuse yourself for routine for peace, comfort for calling, and silence for God's approval. And let's get this clear. God ain't quiet because He's gone. He's quiet because your soul's asleep. Regarding the mission of the soul. Let me say this loud. Your soul has a mission. It's not a career, not a title. It's a journey back to God. You weren't born from nothing. You weren't an accident. You were born of God. Paul says here that the Spirit Himself testifies with our spirit that we are God's children. It says in Romans chapter 8, verse 16. That you belong to Him. We belong to Him. So stop acting like your soul is some personal property to your own brand. It's just not yours to waste. It's not ours to waste. We're not chasing something. We're remembering who we really are. So the lie of separation can influence a lot of people to feel disconnected from God. That's what people do. But here's the truth though. Just because you don't feel close to Him doesn't mean you are far either. God never moved. You just forgot. Awakening is remembering. You've never been separated. We're not separated from God. We just stopped listening. So it's time to start running from the dark and walk toward the light within you. And that's the real awakening. Be aware that love is the beginning and continues on until the end. This is not self-help. This is soul help because it all starts with love. And I don't mean that weak, feel-good vibe. I mean real love, that kind that undoes you and rebuilds you. God is love, and if you came from Him, then your love is your origin. You don't find love in people. You bring love to people. This podcast, AwakenSoulHeart, is where the love begins. Because the moment you realize who made you, then you begin to love who you are. And when you love who you are, You stop pretending. You stop chasing. You come home. This is a call to wake up. And this is your call. To stop living small. Quit playing numb. To stop trying to fit into a broken world when you're so keen from the divine. God didn't create you to blend in. He lit a fire in your chest. So don't let this world blow it out. So let this be the start, not a podcast episode, but of a soul revolution. Your soul's awake now. So don't go back to sleep. And there's a question here that I'd like to address before we go on. What if you've been grinding for years? Job, bills, responsibilities, doing exactly what you're supposed to do. But lately, everything feels flat, empty. You're just not feeling that void. You're feeling mighty successful, but you wake up dreading the day. You're surrounded by people, but you feel alone. And deep down you keep asking, is this it? And that question, guys, is this it? That's your soul tapping on the glass. You didn't mean to mess up. You just outgrew the version of life that you was never really yours. The system trained you to survive, not to feel alive. Awakening starts when you stop ignoring that little voice inside. The one whispering, you were made for more than this. For more than just checking boxes. And no, you don't have to burn it all down. But you do have to wake up and ask what your heart actually needs. Not what the world told you to chase. And that's where the love begins. Not in a job, title, or a to-do list. But in choosing to finally come home. To you. So if this stirs you, don't just listen. Respond. Pray. Write. Journal. Sit in silence. Whatever you do, do it with love. This is AwakenSoulHeart, and this is where the love begins. Until then, next time, stay awake. Peace.